Good morning, everyone. I'm Erna. On this occasion, I will give my opinion about the rape of students in Islamic boarding schools, and we hope it never happen again in our nation. When mapping the factor that lead to the occurrence of violence, there will be a lot of factors that appear. Call it the victim ignorance that the act of sexual harassment and violence they experienced were actually crimes. Victims, especially students at Islamic boarding school or boarding school, are generally preteens and teenagers, most in junior high and high school age equivalent to 12 to 17 years. Not all of these children are provided with a good education about sexuality. Some of them don't even know what to do and what not to touch other people. Another factor related to santri who became victim, for example, was the factor of fear and lack of courage to fight, or dare to fight but are unable to do so. Victims of sexual violence in pesantren are usually santri, which incidentally is the smallest position in the pesantren strata. On it, we know that they are pesantren leaders and pesantren teachers who have higher power than santri. In contrast to other educational institutions, in boarding school, there is no respect that must be done to teacher and leader of pesantren. This is because in accordance with the rules of Islam, respect for knowledge is a virtue in religion, and part of the respect for science is respect for the teacher as the bearer of the knowledge itself. Obedience to teacher has become an important part of the noble values that are internalized in the pulse of boarding life. The problem is, if this noble understanding is misused by people with bad intention, then the violation of the respect for teacher rule can become a loophole. Perpetrators who may have a higher strata because of being a teacher can oppress the victim. Not to mention if there is a threat to the safety of the victim or if the perpetrator is a person who is respected in the eyes of the community and even has power because of his big name and strong connection with law enforcement. It will be difficult for victims to fight and seek protection against sexual harassment and violence they experience. That's all my opinion. Save our child from rape and sexual harassment.